I don't know, because we still have HuK in orange as well as puCK in orange.
The color meta
puCK,
is...
puCK is changed to green, though.
Yes. We do actually see puCK going for a Nexus first, though, whereas HuK is going to be going for that 2-gate aggression. This is interesting to see. puCK is going to be scouting that 2 gates and might be throwing down a second gate of his own.
Yeah, 2-gate aggression is exactly what you want to do against someone who's going for the Nexus first, because you can move in with those Adepts very early on and really put the pressure on, really punish your opponent for not having up the earlier gateway. And we have 4 guys on gas over there for HuK. Maybe actually not feeling that great after the last game.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there. Actually, a pretty big mistake at this early stage in the game.
And look at this. Oh, HuK actually doing a great job. He actually denies mining on one of those closer mineral patches, one of the most important mineral patches.
Yes, yeah. But this is actually a really nice counter build from puCK because he scouted, does recognize what's going on, and is going to be getting up that second gateway. It should be Stalkers, I believe. And I've watched puCK stream in the past. He's very good about this. He actually splits his Chrono Boost, and I think HuK is doing the same thing. You split the Chrono Boost evenly, and you end up You end up getting the Stalkers out at the same time, but they're both faster than they normally would be without that Chrono Boost.
Yeah, but I mean, there is still a bit of a concern over here for puCK. Even with the Chrono Boost coming out on those Stalkers to try and defend against the Adept aggression, you have to remember the Stargate is coming down behind this for HuK, and HuK's Stargate was almost 30 seconds ahead of the Cybernetics core for puCK finishing up. That you have to remember, that means there's going to be less photon overcharge energy, and that's the big thing. This Adept aggression is going to look to try and bait out photon overcharges. Any photon overcharges he baits out is going to mean the Oracle's going to have an easier and easier time.
Yes, absolutely. But really nice decision from puCK. I love this. Pulls the probes from his natural to his main, recognizing this, and puCK's just not going to let him do anything. Yeah. He says, okay, if you want to sacrifice these... Okay, and yeah.
Yeah, just sit in my natural. You can have fun over there. Yeah. Whittle away at my Nexus. I bet you I will have more units to deal with that before you kill it.
Exactly, and he does have 2 more Stalkers going to be popping out, which will be great for dealing with these Oracles. And look at the pylon positioning in the main of puCK. Going to be great for dealing with any Oracle harassment, whatever angle it decides to go in. Now this is nice from HuK. He's denying mining at the natural. Oh, actually jumping into the main, it looks like, with those shades.
Yeah.
Going to be targeting down 2, 3 probes.
Managed to kill a couple of them. Definitely not too bad.
Doesn't quite get that 4th. Oh, wow. Did the probe from puCK just spot that Oracle? I think it did.
Well, you know, I
really nice positioning there from puCK.
Yeah, that is actually really awesome. And of course, I also want to note that the Adept never baited out any photon overcharges.
No, they didn't, exactly. He's now going to be able to protect both sides of that mineral line. And because of this, HuK is going to feel pressured to be doing damage, so puCK can wait until that Oracle commits and then cast the Pylon Overcharge.
Yeah, we may even see HuK just sort of trying to use this Oracle for Revelation, trying to get a little bit of damage done.
Actually forces out the Pylon Overcharge from HuK right there.
Yeah.
Does deny the Scout, but that's going to make holding off any attack kind of tough. Ooh, we do see 2 probes. Yeah, 3 probes going down.
No damage really taken on the Oracle. Oh, double photon overcharge beta. That actually is a little bit dangerous because
it's actually in a sweet spot right there too.
Oh, no! Sweet spot maybe for puCK.
Oh, why? Ooh. I think he must have heard us.
Oh, boy. puCK not going to be super happy about...
No, that's really rough. He needed to keep that Oracle alive, and it was actually denying mining time, so he could have left it there until it ran out of energy and the Stalkers came back. And if the Stalkers come back, he can just run to the left side of the base. Those 2 gateways would have blocked puCK's movement. Oh, that's really unfortunate for HuK right there.
Yeah, and keeping that Oracle alive really would have just made it so much easier for him to assert that kind of map control, that dominance, getting the scouting vision. He would have seen the 3rd expansion coming down. He would have seen the additional tech coming out from puCK. It would have just given him so much more control. But I wouldn't actually say that puCK is in a terrible spot, though. He's sitting pretty
I think he evened it up with that Oracle harassment, but he could have done a lot more.
Absolutely. There is, of course, the robotics facility producing more and more Immortals over here for HuK, and you see that he's not really worrying about getting out the War Prism immediately or anything, so he is probably going to be playing a little bit more defensive now.
Yeah, puCK with just a slight advantage on the timing of that Twilight Council, going to be getting that Blink. We do actually see the Forge coming down for HuK, but HuK has not started that yet. Nice scout from HuK. Going to be seeing the Twilight Council with the Chrono Boost, knows it's Blink. We do actually see HuK starting to take a slight worker lead, though, because of that faster 3rd Nexus. Able to build 3 probes at a time instead of 2. And puCK actually, he might be cutting probes and just pushing.
Ooh, this is going to be pretty scary right now, as Blink is not finished up entirely just yet, but it's going to be finishing up pretty soon. The Immortal count is still building up right now for HuK, but he's seized production on that robotics facility and is actually getting up that extra Stargate. Maybe going to be looking to go into that Void Ray production. I know a lot of players have been talking about how good those Void Rays are in this matchup, but ooh, very, very dangerous to push out this far.
Yeah, he actually just lost the barrier on one of those Immortals that got triggered. And hashtag triggered. And we do not want that at all. HuK, very scared about this attack, is going to be throwing down a few pylons, but it looks like puCK going back into worker production is going to not overcommit to this, I believe. He does have a slight worker deficit, but HuK, look at this, he's going Charge Lot double Stargate Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix instead of Voider is a very, very interesting decision now. Of course, going to be able to shut down any Warp Prisms or anything that comes out, but this is also going to be so cool because it's going to be able to lift up any of its opponents. Immortals is going to be able to do a lot of damage and just take so many units out of the fight.
Yeah, but this is I don't know if this is the greatest idea against puCK style. puCK just loves pure Blink Stalker for quite a long time. We do see the Adepts getting in before the cannon is finished.
But these Phoenix are going to absolutely obliterate this one. That's the other thing. While I will agree, we end up seeing a lot of the...
actually going to lose a couple probes here.
Yeah, losing 2 probes so far. Might even lose the Sentry, full energy Sentry.
Oh, that's pretty rough.
Wow. Yeah, he's losing a lot over here as the Phoenixes were busy trying to take out that Warp Prism.
And very important to note, he now revealed those Phoenixes.
Yeah.
puCK might be saying to himself, oh, you're going Phoenix? Okay, I'm just going to throw down a Templar Archives, get some Archons, and shove across the map. And look at that, right as I say that, throwing down that Templar Archives. He is, I would be very surprised if he does not go for a Charge Lot Archon Immortal Blink Stalker timing right now.
Yeah, this is going to get a little bit scary, but of course, HuK knows how to deal with this kind of stuff. He's actually throwing down a lot of gateways and actually creating potential wall-off areas, making it a little bit more difficult for his opponent if he tries to come in with some sort of Charge Lot Archon army to get in over there, at least get on top of the pylons, kind of protecting those pylons, protecting the photon overcharges.
Yeah, it's good positioning. We do see HuK, though, with the significant advantage on that upgrade lead.
Yeah, you know, this is the other thing, is I know that he did reveal the Phoenixes and everything. He took a little bit of damage from that Adept harassment and everything. And yes, puCK is known for his Blink Stalker control.
Oh! He just pylon overcharged and didn't kill the hallucinated Phoenix.
Yeah.
That hurts actually quite a bit.
Yeah, you know, it does kind of suck. But at the same time, consider what really is there going to be harassment coming out of puCK right now. Because you have to remember, those Phoenixes disable any form of harassment. There can't be a Warp Prism, there can't be an Oracle, there can't, unless there's a big push out, which, you know, HuK would know because he has these Phoenixes being actively patrolling around the map. That's the thing. He doesn't actually need that photon overcharge energy immediately right now.
Yes, I really like the decision from HuK as well. Once those Phoenixes got scouted, he just cut the production at 4. puCK is going to be scared to move out across the map, and I think this that timing I was talking about with Charge Lot Archon Immortal, I don't think that exists anymore because of the cutting of production, going into Archons of his own, adding on a lot more Immortals. Really, the only tech advantage puCK has is, oh wow, getting Storm. Yeah, this is. I think this is a big misread from puCK, not recognizing that HuK has cut Phoenix production. Oh, nice, even denying the 4th base with those Phoenix.
You know, Storm can actually just be pretty decent at doing some good damage just in a giant AoE splasher, especially if your opponent has a lot of Adepts. They have, and it's actually not even just for Storm, but also just having the Archons against your opponent if they're making a lot of those Zealots. As we do end up seeing, and remember, the Hallucinating Phoenix saw a lot of the Zealots and everything. You also trigger a lot of those hardened shields immediately on a ton of units at the same time. I could see it being useful, but yeah, I do agree. Like, I'd like to see maybe a couple more Archons from puCK.
Yes, and the problem with getting that Storm is you want to keep them in their Templar form. So, for the fight, oh
no, this is actually really cute. He's getting rid of energy so that they can't just be fed back and killed immediately.
This is brilliant from HuK.
Oh,
good on you to recognize that. That's
man.
I had no idea what he was doing right there.
These are the things that you only feel after you play tons and tons of PvPs back on that giant map. I am even trying to remember the name of it. It was so enormous. It was the biggest map we ever saw, I think. I think it was no, not Whirlwind.
Well, not Tal'Darim Altar.
No, you know what? We'll talk about it later. But
yeah.
it was Ultrazeme Stronghold.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh my god, yes. Playing PvPs in Phoenix versus Phoenix on that map. This is how you know about feedback on Phoenix.
And it looks like we are going to have some harass coming out from HuK. Meanwhile, a big attack is coming in from HuK. Charge Lot's really connecting on that army, but a big Storm on top of the Mass Immortal Archon.
Look, all of their hardened shields have been triggered, and they're going to be on cooldown for quite a bit of time.
But the pickups were so good on those Immortals.
You know, they were good. They were keeping a lot of these Immortals out of the fight, but I still think that, yeah, puCK gonna have the better army over here and gonna have the better engagement, and he does force this army back. I would actually say a lot of it, I would feel, came down to the fact that puCK had so many Archons at the front that just obliterated the Zealot count for HuK.
We do see continued warp-ins from HuK in the natural, and he actually has the advantage in attack upgrades, so he can take that fight. He can trade those Zealots more efficiently. +2 is finishing up for puCK. Looks like HuK is actually going into Void Ray production, and he's jumped out.
There's a bit of harassment inside the natural expansion. We have some Photon overcharges coming in, and HuK is trying to move in with one of these Warp Prisms. Oh, the third does get fielded back or pushed back by that cannon. But
he's actually killed 18 probes during all of that.
Wow.
A big worker lead going to HuK, and it looks like HuK just has to maybe hold a next potential attack, and he's going to have a big advantage. But puCK not really recognizing how much economy he just lost, I don't think.
You know, there is a big worker loss, but at the same time, both of these players, they're mined out of their main base. They're starting to mine out the natural expansion. 54-ish workers or 50-ish workers, I feel like that's actually pretty okay for a relatively close to 2-base economy.
Well, with that third base, I don't know. I still think I give the solid advantage to HuK. We do see the Dark Shrine coming down from puCK, but a cannon in each mineral line. Oh, could be a storm drop.
Yeah, there we go. Killing off
Nice.
5 workers. That's pretty nice.
6 even as that one comes out of the assimilator. Nicely done.
Made a mistake coming back out here.
Oh, why did I leave? I like mining.
Yeah, that was like the probe that leaves in the middle of a giant tornado.
Yes. This is cool. I always love to see when there's like 5 or 6 Nexus on the map. In this case, 4. You can just build 4 probes at a time.
Yeah.
And it's like you're a Zerg player droning back up.
Very much feels like it, but I like this. The Dark Shrine coming out right now from puCK. You have to remember, it's very important and very easy to forget, especially when you're in the heat of the moment, to say, oh, you know, do I have any observers? I think I have some observers. Yeah, observers are with my army. It's fine. And suddenly the observer gets picked off in the middle of the engagement, and like, wait a sec, I don't have detection anymore. I actually have to leave. Even if you're taking a good engagement, I have to leave because I don't have detection for these like 3 DTs.
Yes. HuK actually might find himself with the timing, and as a result, that Dark Shrine could be very significant if the observers do get sniped off. HuK actually has a significant timing where puCK is not going to have +3 attack, and he also has a pretty nice army supply lead. Ooh, even picking off a free Blink Stalker.
Yeah.
No SimCity here for puCK. This is going to be really tough to hold, I feel.
Yep.
Phoenix coming in. They're going to lift off some Stalkers in the back. Storm's coming down, hitting those Archons and Immortals pretty nicely.
Yeah, exactly as you were saying. The Phoenix are taking so many of the Immortals for puCK out of the fight.
That's huge pickups. And HuK is just going to storm on through. But look, the DT is on the right side. They are uncontested right now, taking down those Immortals.
This is what I was talking about. Suddenly you feel like you're winning this big engagement, but the DTs are obliterating your army. HuK, please realize.
He lifts the Immortals to save them from the DTs. So nice.
He's going to buy himself a little bit of time. He's getting out an Oracle to try and reveal these DTs. I actually don't like the Oracle as much of a decision. I wish he was also making, an observer.
He has an observer. He all-army hotkeyed, and he's heading it back to the base with it. But this is... HuK just took such a commanding lead right now, and even going for some harassment with those Zealots, going to completely clean out that space. 22 workers going down. This is just way too much of an advantage for HuK. As soon as he gets an observer, he's going to march across the map and absolutely take this game. puCK doesn't wait. The GG coming out from puCK.
And we have an evened up series as HuK takes the macro game.
Yes.
Wow.
It was very, very even for a long time, but HuK, while that big attack was going on, he did a lot of damage to the probe line at puCK's natural, and it looked like it was pretty even. Maybe puCK got an advantage, but not realizing losing so many workers, it actually put him very far behind. But there was a lot of mind games in that game that were really cool. There
were a ton. And what I also really liked is that we didn't see the same type of thing out of both players. It's not like... And I'm not, no offense to you Zerg players out there or anything, but it wasn't just Muta versus Muta or like Lingbane versus Lingbane or Roach versus Roach. It's this very intricate mixing of the different types of composition. And, we got to see, like, for example, Storm coming out from puCK. We got to see the Phoenixes lifting up the Immortals from HuK. We got to see these nice little changes and kind of their own personality going into their play.
Yeah, the way I would describe it is PvP is kind of like a dance. It's very, two-step, nice.
Yeah.
Zerg versus Zerg is more of a punching match if your fists were knives.
Yeah.
So you're just punching them in the face.
And
with
you're
knives.
also not allowed to move. You're not allowed to move your feet.
Yeah, like there's about 5 feet where you can move your hands between them, and it's always going to be at their face. Absolutely. But you can't use your own hands to defend.
No, you aren't allowed to.
No. That's why No Regret is so good. He actually has 3 hands, and they're all knives.
And TVT, for those who are wondering, since we're talking about it, is also like chess, except you're both are moving at the same time.
Yeah, and the other side of the board is cloaked.
Yeah.
So pretty.
And actually,
pretty tough.
you have 6 hands, so that you can just pick up multiple pieces and just reposition them wherever you want.
Yeah, and also all of your units have a serious drug addiction.
That's true.
But it makes them a lot
Sometimes your
stronger.
pawns can move 4 spaces at once.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes your rooks. Actually, no, siege tanks are pretty similar to rooks.
Yes,
I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen a siege tank move diagonally.
No, neither have I.
But ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be hopping into the ace match. This has been a really, really close game and series so far, and we are going to be jumping in and introducing the players